The Ram TRX. What an absolute beastly truck. But, just like anything in life, it isn't perfect. Here are the 15 things, there were 15 mods that I did to make this truck what I wanted it to be. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Thanks for pressing play. Today we are going to be talking about the TRX. So the Ram is going to get some love today, guys. It is getting to be that time of year here in Pennsylvania where the Corvettes are kind of going to be staying in the garage. We're going to be taking this gigantic baby out to have some fun. And I've gotten a lot of questions about mods on this thing recently. So I wanted to go over 15 of the mods that I've done that I think really helped make this truck into something that is mine. Something that I can say I'm 100% happy with, because when you buy the truck, it is a fantastic vehicle right off the bat. But everything needs improving on, especially if you like to make your vehicles your own. Let's go over them today. We're gonna change things up a little bit this time, guys. We're gonna start in the rear of the truck because back here is something I just recently installed, and it is definitely one of my favorite mods, and it would definitely be even better if you didn't get the truck with a bed liner. But let's start with the #1 mod. Or the first one at least. And that is going to be the new bed liner setup from Last Fit. So Last Fit typically specializes in LEDs for your vehicle. The TRX already comes with LEDs everywhere, so I didn't need any LEDs, but they asked me about this bed mat, and I'll tell you what, the quality of this thing is phenomenal. It fits beautifully, it protects very nicely, and the best part is that if you didn't have a bed liner, this could definitely double as one. So what I have essentially done here is added protection for my protection, because the bed is now double protected with the liner from Last Fit, which fits, like I said, like a freaking glove in here, around the wheel wells, even around the area where it bumps in for the tailgate here. But what's even cooler about it is it also protects the back side of the tailgate. So you take out these screws here and put them through the liner, and now you have an extra liner here as well. And it comes up high enough that it will actually protect the plastic back here on the top of the tailgate too. Very, very, very cool. And for the price of these things, super, super efficient. And guys, just like always, check out the links in the description down below. If you want to grab any of these mods, I'll have everything linked down there for you to check out for yourselves as well. Moving on though, since we are in the rear, let's talk about the Retrax tonneau cover, because that's the one I have here, and this is the non-powered version. But guys, I absolutely love this thing because it is an all aluminum construction, so there's no soft areas where a thief or somebody could possibly cut into, and it is lockable. So you can actually slide this thing wherever you want, whether it's right here, lock it down, or if you want to slide it to here and lock it down. You can do that. You can literally lock it down wherever you want. So ultimately, obviously, we're gonna close it up, lock it down, and then even a little cover that goes over top of it. You can lock that with a key if you want to keep it super protected, but it does fit with the ram bar. So if you do have a ram bar on your particular truck, or specifically TRX, this will fit. Again, check the link in the description down below if you are interested in that same kind of protection. Sticking with the backside here, guys, we're going to go to our mod of #3, which is going to be the AWE exhaust. I really love the AWE exhaust in this truck. It sounds phenomenal. I'm going to put you in a sound clip right here. Like I said, guys, that thing sounds fantastic. It is unbelievable how much better that sounds than stock. Not only that, it knocks down some weight, gives you the whole stainless steel setup. Looks phenomenal because these tips, at least when they're clean, look really good in the diamond black finish. I have AWE on pretty much every car I own, and every single time they end up being the best sounding exhaust for that particular setup. The Ram TRX is no exception. #4 is going to be a little bit controversial. It is going to be my tinted taillights, because the truck is black. These just stuck out like a sore thumb if they were still the bright red of the factory color. So I went ahead and tinted them with a specific tint made for taillights. So the light output is not really diminished much, if any, but it just looks a lot more stealthy on the otherwise completely black truck. Mod #5, guys, has got to be those wheels. These are the black diamond wheels with the Nitto Ridge Grappler, 13.5-inch wide, 35-inch tall tires, and I cannot even begin to start telling you how much better this made the truck look. It gives it just a little bit of poke outside of the fender wells and just gives that already beefy truck an even beefier appearance. Not only that, I really enjoy the way that they ride. I'll be honest with you, I was worried about the Tonneau Ridge Grapplers because of how much heavier and meatier that tread is, that we were going to have an issue with road noise, but these are actually quieter than the stock Wrangler tires that come on this. Big props to Tonneau and Black Diamond for setting up such an awesome wheel setup. But again, guys, links in the description down below. You can save a lot of money on some of this stuff because I have partnered with these guys to actually give usually at least a 10% discount. The Black Diamond wheels you can get 10% off. Check out the links in the description down below. Mod number 6 is going to be something you can't really even see, and that is going to be the Expel paint protection film and the Expel ceramic coating. So this truck is completely covered with the Expel Ultimate Plus 10 mil, which is the thicker version of the paint protection film from Expel. And it is also ceramic coated with the 8-year ceramic coating. So this thing stays a lot cleaner and it is a lot easier to keep clean. But not only that, when the off-roading stuff happens, you don't have to worry about anything really getting into your paint because the paint protection film literally will stop brush, trees, rocks to some degree. It will keep this thing looking brand new as long as possible. This truck is going on 3 years old and the paint still looks like the day I took it off the showroom floor. Mod number 7 is going to be the Last Fit ditch lights. These things are just absolutely phenomenal in the way that they look on the truck, the way that they function, but in my opinion, they just give that truck an even more beefy appearance. It just screams off-road whenever you have stuff like this. But guys, these things are hugely functional at night, especially if you're on a trail. You just turn these things a little bit to the side. It's going to illuminate all kinds of stuff over on the side of the truck that your headlights don't normally illuminate. And the best part is, these were not priced too badly. So again, guys, check out the link in the description down below. Save yourself some money on these things and grab a good set. Now, obviously, there is a specific bracket that will hold these on here, and that is the SDHQ bracket. So if you need some help in that category, just grab those brackets. Even if you don't get the same ditch lights themselves, you will need a bracket to mount these appropriately to the TRX because of how much bigger the hood is. Now, the best part about these ditch lights from Last Fit is they actually come in 3 different optics. So you have the floodlight, which is what you see here, which will cast most of the light off to the side. You have driving lights that will cast most of the light forward, and then even fog lights that will help cut through fog. I mean, there's a lot of really cool options with these. So if you do specific kinds of driving, you can grab the right optics for you that will also fit your driving pattern. Again, Last Fit really doing a good job at keeping the prices down on really high-end products. Mod number 7, this is more of a cosmetic one, is going to be the blacked out 6.2 supercharged logo here on the hood. This is from Fast TRX on Instagram. Again, links in the description down below, but this can come in pretty much any color you want it to come in. I wanted to get rid of all the red because there wasn't going to be anything else red on the truck, and I thought these look absolutely fantastic. They keep the very stock-esque look about it. They just get rid of the red and matches that blacked out look I was going for on the trucks. And while we're talking about the blacked out appearance of the truck, we can't forget to mention that guy right there, the black skid plate for the TRX, Rebel, 1500, all kinds of the Ram trucks. But this particular truck comes with a gray one from factory. And if you have a black truck, the gray one doesn't make a lot of sense. The only one, in my opinion, that the gray one looks okay on is the granite crystal color truck. But for the most part, I think the black skid plate is the way to go. I will put the part number down in the description below if you guys are interested in grabbing one of these for your truck. But I think this made one of the biggest differences on the truck whenever I installed it. Just, again, goes with that blacked out theme. And it looks way more fitting in my opinion. It was not a super easy install, but it wasn't necessarily difficult either. It's just really interesting to get this bumper off the front of the truck because there's only 6 bolts that hold it on. And 4 of those bolts come out really easily, but that last 2, man, it ended up being quite a treat. But nonetheless, we got it out and I absolutely love the results. So again, check out the description if you want to make yours look like that. Mod number 9 is going to be the tinted windows here, guys. So again, this is a black truck, so I wanted to go as dark as I possibly could. This is a 5% window tint, 55% windshield tint. And of course, again, lends to that blacked out look I was going for. This tint is the Expel XR Plus tint, which will actually not only look good, but will also block out a lot of the UV rays to keep the cabin cooler, but also keep a lot of the UV damaging rays off of the leather dashboard. So will help with premature leather damage from the sun. So kind of two different levels to the window tint: protection and just ridiculously good looks. Mod number 10, we're going to come under the hood, and that is of course going to be the AFE Momentum Cold Air Intake. This thing obviously adds some power while making that supercharger whine just sound absolutely perfect. It adds a good bit of horsepower, but also gives you that ability to have a cleanable air filter versus having to buy new ones every time they're dirty. So you can pop those out, clean them up, oil them if you have the oiled version, and then get right back on the road. Super easy to install, not unbelievably expensive, and I feel like it really helped the truck gain a couple ponies, but also have that reusability about it. Right beside the intake is going to be our number 11 mod, and that is going to be the Mighty Mouse Catch Can. Now, there is a lot of debate on the internet as to whether or not you need one of these, but I will tell you guys, without a doubt, I am emptying this thing pretty frequently and catching way more oil than I would like to have circulating back into my intake and stuff like that on the engine. So if you want to have longevity out of your engine and maintain as much power as possible, why not? I mean, it's a catch can, it's not that much money, it wasn't hard to install. Worst case scenario, it doesn't do anything. Best case scenario, it saves your engine. I don't feel like that's something I want to really gamble with, so I'll just buy it, install it, and drain it every now and then. Definitely something you are going to want to keep an eye on if you plan on keeping your truck for a long period of time. Unfortunately, we are to the point where it doesn't seem like trucks like this are going to be made for much longer, and actually this one is already discontinued because of the massive engine in it. So if this is something you're going to keep for a while, you want to keep it clean, and this is the way to do it. If you guys have the rubber mats in here in your TRX like I do, and you're not loving them anymore, Last Fit actually makes an all-weather floor mat just like the bed mat that will fit perfectly in here. So these are obviously a little bit dirty because, like I said, we are at that time of year, but if you wanted to get something different, check out the link in the description again. Last Fit makes your floor mat as well. For mod number 12, we're going to come into the cabin of the truck, and right up here, right by my rear view mirror, it's kind of dark and hard to see, but you can tell there is a dash cam here. So that is all built into the actual headliner of the truck right behind the rear view mirror, and it looks completely stock, completely factory, but in reality it is a dash cam that no one knows is there. So I've done a video on this before in the past, guys, but I am really liking it. I've had it now for about a year and it's still working perfectly. There's an SD card right there you can pop in and out. Keep an eye on all the happenings on the road, and yeah, do it discreetly without having a bunch of wires hanging everywhere. Mod number 13 is going to be right underneath that dash cam, and that is going to be the blend mount, which holds the radar detector right underneath the rear view mirror. So since the truck is as fast as it is, it's a good idea to have some protection as far as that's concerned. Get yourself a nice hardwired radar detector right underneath that mirror. It is kind of a two-part system. You got the blend mount itself, which is an aluminum piece that is customized to put the radar detector wherever you would like it to sit. And then there is also a hardwire kit that pulls power from the mirror itself, so there's no wires, again, hanging all from your windshield and cluttering things up, but it does get it done, and it will set it up in a way that will turn on and off with the truck. Mod number 14 is going to be this guy right here. So the taser device for the Ram TRX plugs in right underneath the dashboard and gives you control over all kinds of different aspects of the truck. The biggest one, of course, is going to be the orange lights in the front during the day, automatically folding in the side view mirrors, and even a little bit of security for disabling gas pedals so no one can steal the truck, as well as little things like disabling the seatbelt chime, making it so you can have your fog lights on with the high beams, all kinds of things like that. So the taser device is actually got all kinds of crazy options on it. I will link the full video I did up here to the top right so you can check it out for yourself. There is a bunch of stuff you can do with this device, and it is definitely a mod worth mentioning. And last but not least, we're going to mention actually two different mods because they kind of go hand in hand, but it is ultimately, I'm going to count it as one mod. That is going to be the steering wheel here. So the steering wheel is a two-piece kind of setup. It is carbon fiber on the bottom and top and perforated leather on the sides, going all the way around with the red center line as well as the red TRX logo down at the bottom. It looks absolutely fantastic in the truck, and it gives it that real beefy, meaty feel. But to go with this, especially if you have the carbon fiber interior like I do, is the carbon fiber shift knob cover. So this is like a dry looking carbon as well, and it will kind of match your steering wheel and the rest of your interior if you have the carbon fiber interior package. Now, these were surprisingly well priced. This for the shift knob was only like 40 bucks, and then the steering wheel I believe was like $500, but real nice high quality stuff, and still retains the heated steering wheel function. I really like that stuff. All right, guys, so I've done more than 15 mods to this truck, but those are my top 15. Those are what I feel like really changed the driving dynamic or the appearance of the truck, or even the functionality to some degree. I really love this thing. This is one of my favorite trucks I've ever driven, and it just gets better daily, it seems, because some of the mods you can do to it makes it more yours, but also makes it more functional to some degree. So hopefully you like this, guys. The 15 mods that I did that really kind of put this thing on my radar, so to speak. So again, check out the links in the description down below. If you guys want to do any of these mods for your own TRX, check them out down below. You can save some money on doing them. But if you guys did like the video, please smash that thumbs up button. Let me know you're liking the content so we can keep creating stuff with the TRX. It is that time of year here in Pennsylvania, like I said, so you're going to be seeing the TRX on the channel a little bit more than usual. So if you like that, smash the thumbs up button, subscribe if you haven't yet, and as always, guys, stay obsessed.